Don't mind me, just getting my aging joints ready for a hot bit of Genshin Impact and Call of Duty mobile action, because today we're reviewing Asus's fresh new ROG Phone 6D Ultimate. Now the ROG Phone 6D and the 6D Ultimate sport very similar specs to the still pretty fresh ROG Phone 6 and 6 Pro, which were only just launched a couple of bloody months ago. But now we've got some Mediatek Dimensity 9000 Plus smarts, presumably because of chipset supply shenanigans. And this here Ultimate model boasts a couple more upgrades, including a funky slide-in portal for improved airflow when you slap on the bundled coolant accessory. So what is actually the difference between the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate and the ROG Phone 6 Pro, and is it worth that sky-high asking price? Well, enough hot chat, let's whip it on out the box and actually put it through its paces. So first up, the box for the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate appears to be identical to that of the ROG Phone 6 Pro. So once again, it looks like a miniature space coffin for some sort of intergalactic guinea pig. And packed inside, you've got yourself one ROG Phone 6D Ultimate, a very snazzy pokey sim pin thing, which I definitely like a lot more than I should. You've got yourself a bumper bundled in there as well, not a full-on condom case because the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate is such a complex bugger, but it will add some extra protection if you slap it on. You've got yourself a proper beefy ROG branded adapter, and a Type-C USB cable with a nice bit of fabric covering as well to prevent it from getting all tangled and f***ed up. And then last up, cunningly concealed in this top flap right here, is that Aeroactive cooler accessory. So definitely do not forget about that wee bugger. And that right there is your bally lot, so let's crack on with the review. And the actual setup process for the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate is identical to the old ROG Phone 6 Pro. Right down to all the random ER shenanigans that thankfully you can skip if you really can't be arsed with any of it. So here we go, ROG Phone 6D Ultimate all set up and ready for action. And starting with the design, already getting some serious deja vu style chills from the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate because it's basically the same as the 6 Pro. We're once again talking two slices of glass with a metal frame sandwiched in between. And while yeah, you do get a fairly chunky bit of bezel action above that mighty 6.78-inch display, this is housing the selfie camera, so that means no notches, no selfie orifices. So what you got here is a proper full view screen. Now flip the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate over and you do have a two-tone finish for that metal frame and the glass rear. But they do blend together nicely because that back end does actually feel just as smooth as the metal edging. And yeah, Asus has rammed lots of flair and little frills here on the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate. Got lots of bright blue highlighting on here, including a severely blue SIM tray. Oh, and while the original ROG Phone 6 smartphones came in either black or white, not exactly a massive amount of variety, you've got even less choice with the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate, which just comes in this grey colour. It's kind of like a hybrid of the two originals. You'll notice a couple of wee differences between the ROG Phone 6D and the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate, one being that the Ultimate model has this dinky wee ROG Vision secondary screen slapped around on that arse end. And this can basically act as a kind of a, ooh, look at me and my flare-tastic smartphone kind of thing that'll really impress everyone on the tube, I'm sure. But it does have some uses as well. It can be used as a battery indicator when you are charging up the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate. It can be used for notifications as well, but like the nothing phone before it is basically just a gimmick. The good news is you've spunked a lot of money on your ROG Phone 6D Ultimate, but it is tough enough to put up with all kinds of punishments. You've got Gorilla Glass 3 around back again, and Gorilla Glass Victor's protecting that display, so hopefully it won't shatter if dropped. Just maybe be careful not to slip the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate into the same pocket as your house keys, because Victor's glass does tend to scratch up rather easily. Oh, and apparently Asus has added an AS coating to the surface of that screen to reduce friction when your hands are sweating excessively. To be fair, if it's got to that point, maybe stop playing PubG for a bit, or doing whatever else you happen to have been doing. And like the 6 series smartphones, the 6D and the 6D Ultimate are also IPX4 splash resistant. Now, no difference whatsoever between the ROG Phone 6s and the 6D Ultimate when it comes to the software experience. As before, you can choose between the stylized ROG UI with all of its funky icons and crazy fonts and all that shenanigans, or alternatively you can opt for the more sedate and ordinary Zen UI overlay. But let's face it, if you're spunking up loads of cash on a smartphone that looks like this, you're probably going to want all that crazy shit. And as usual, lots of really bright, poppy, in-your-face wallpapers to choose from, but if you don't like any of the pre-installed stuff, you can always download a fresh theme from online, although some of these will actually cost you real-life money. And God bless you, Asus, for not ramming the ROG Phone 6D absolutely full of crapware as well. You've got a couple of bits on here that I could do without, such as Facebook. You can get right to f***. Instagram as well, but most of this stuff is just your standard Google shenanigans and what I've downloaded. As for the software support, you've got a guaranteed 2 years of Android OS updates and 2 years of security updates as well. So not as strong as some rivals, but better than nothing. For your storage needs, the standard ROG Phone 6D comes with up to 256 gigs of storage, but on this Ultimate model, you can boost that all the way up to 512 gigs, which is what I've got right here. You can see I'm using a comically tiny amount of that storage right now, despite the fact I've downloaded Genshin Impact in its bloody entirety. So I'm not even particularly bothered that there's no space in that dual-sided SIM tray for a micro SD memory card. Anywho, once you're done piddling about with themes and all that bollocks and you want to actually play a game on the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate, it's time to load up the Armoury Crate. Very cool indeed, and this gives you fast access to all of the games you've got downloaded and installed here on the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate. And this allows you to set up your ROG Phone 6D Ultimate already for gaming. So for instance, you can choose which gaming mode to use, be it the Billy Big Bollocks X mode for your super demanding memory sapping fare like Genshin Impact. You can have it on the more regular dynamic, or even stick it on ultra durable if you want to preserve your battery life. And from this menu, you can also set up the ROG Vision secondary display and any accessories that you've got for your ROG Phone. Got absolutely tons of features you can bugger about with. You can even replay the little AR randomness when you first set up your smartphone. And then at any point while you are actually playing a game, you can drag out that Game Genie menu with a quick swipe from the corner. And this is absolutely jam-packed with excellent features. So again, you can change up the actual gaming mode from X mode to dynamic and to the more power save and eco-friendly efforts. You can also block all calls and notifications so you're not disturbed. You can pull up all kinds of real-time information so you can see frame rates and all that kind of stuff. And one of my favorite features of the ROG phones as well is the air triggers. You can get those all set up from in here. But they perform just like your regular shoulder buttons. Just drag these little icons to any touchscreen controls you want them to activate. So here I've got the right trigger activating my standard attack and the left trigger activating my more powerful attack. And now when I tap those air triggers, the required action is performed. And as always, it is an absolute godsend, especially for games like Call of Duty Mobile, PubG, stuff like that, where there's lots of on-screen controls. And frankly, I get a bit panicky whenever somebody suddenly jumps out in front of me. I end up mashing the wrong button and jumping up and down on the spot instead of stabbing them in the throat. But with those air triggers, no more surprise attacks. I can just kill everything dead, zero hassle. You've also got yourself a 720Hz touch response screen. I did find that in Genshin Impact, some of my pokes and prods weren't quite registering when I was trying to pick up items or swipe around the display, that sort of thing. That is until I dove into that Game Genie menu and increased the touch sensitivity, and then I found it was absolutely fine. So it's exactly the same issues that I had with the original ROG Phone 6 Pro. And as before, you've also got full support for that ROG Kunai 3 gamepad, which is sold separately. As for that display, well, hey, it's exactly the same as what you got on the ROG Phone 6 Pro. Once again, a beefy 6.78-inch beast using Samsung's AMOLED tech. You got your HDR10+ support, you got your super accurate color reproduction, good news for any creators who want to edit photos and videos on the fly. You've again got that super smooth 165Hz refresh support, not that my knackered old peepers can tell any difference between that and 1920Hz. But it is an absolute stunner, and audio also just as impressive thanks to the stereo speaker setup with Dirac audio tuning. But if you do want to get some headphones on the go, no worries, the Bluetooth streaming absolutely perfect. You've got full support for LDAC, aptX, all the usual codecs, and where is it? There it is, it's a bloody headphone jack, woo! Now the ROG Phone 6 series was among the very first smartphones to rock that fresh Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset. But the ROG Phone 6D swaps this out for Mediatek's Dimensity 9000 Plus, backed by either 12, 16 or 18 gigs of DDR5 RAM. And the use of a Mediatek chipset rather than a Qualcomm effort is the one big difference between this here ROG Phone 6D Ultimate and the older ROG Phone 6 Pro, and that gap of just 2 months makes me think that maybe they produced this because of chipset shortage issues. I don't know why I said it that way, it was a bit weird. Whatever the reason, the big question is, what difference does the Mediatek Dimensity 9000 Plus make compared with that old Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1? Is the performance better, worse? What about the battery life? All that kind of shenanigans. Well, if you're a strong believer in benchmarking, then Mediatek is the victor, as the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate pumped out stronger single-core and multi-core scores compared with the older ROG Phone 6 Pro. But of course the thing that really matters is the gaming performance, and as that Snapdragon model performs absolutely beautifully when running Genshin Impact on the absolute maxed out detail settings, well, it's no surprise that you got the same super smooth, crazy good performance right here on the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate. Forget being smooth as butter, this thing ran like a slab of lard slathered in KY jelly. And just like the 6 Pro, the 6D Ultimate didn't heat up to a troublesome degree even after a couple of non-stop hours of Genshin Impact action, thanks to Asus's super effective Game Cool 6 cooling system. That arse end certainly did get rather toasty, but not to a oh my god my fingers are melting kind of level, and thankfully no throttling of the performance either. But if you want to plug the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate in and get it charging, or at the very least powered up while you're gaming, I would highly recommend getting a bit of that Aeroactive cooling action on the go. This is just as snazzy before with all the bells and whistles, including lots of LED shenanigans, and it works in exactly the same way as well, drawing power from the phone wirelessly, no awkward cables to speak of. The only difference is the Ultimate model here has an Aeroactive portal right at the edge there, which opens up when the cooler is attached, just to help increase the cooling efficiency. And there are once again various different cooling settings and modes that you can piddle about with if you like, otherwise just leave it on full auto and the Aeroactive cooler will do its job. As an added bonus, the Aeroactive cooler also adds in 4 new physical buttons around the back end of the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate, and even a cute little kickstand. And as with the 6 series, the ROG Phone 6D and 6D Ultimate can wisely decide whether to use the mobile network or a bit of Wi-Fi, depending on which offers the strongest online connectivity. So that'll be ideal for your Call of Duty mobiles, your PubGs, where you need that dependable online connection. Now, crammed inside of that crazy chassis is a 6,000 mAh battery setup. It's actually dual 3,000 mAh batteries stuck in side by side. The reason for that is the faster charging capabilities. Now, those are the same battery specs as the ROG Phone 6 Pro, but I found here on the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate with that Mediatek chipset, the battery life was far superior. From a full charge, I got around 3 hours of Genshin Impact action on the old 6 Pro, whereas the 6D Ultimate came closer to 5 full hours. And that is with maxed out graphics, the X mode switched on, all that good stuff. And a big improvement for Call of Duty as well. I got just over 6 hours of ritual humiliation at the hands of damn dirty school children over on the ROG Phone 6 Pro, whereas on the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate, this thing basically barely even trickled down at all. We're talking about 1% per match. So I'll give you something like 9 or 10 hours of non-stop Call of Duty action before it finally frickin' dies. If you do find your battery is pretty much fully depleted, no worries, just bung a cable in. There's 2 USB charging ports, one here down below as standard, but there's also one tucked away here on the side, so you can keep on gaming while that cable is stuck in there and just supplying power to the ROG Phone 6D Ultimate. You've got that brilliant battery bypass option tucked away in the Game Genie settings, so you can have the phone plugged in, maintaining the same level of charge, but the battery isn't charging up at the same time, so you can keep on gaming without the phone getting crazy hot. Alternatively, you can stick the Aeroactive cooler on. That's also got a USB-C port, so you can get the phone charging up and powered up while gaming, and it won't get crazy hot. And it is 60 watt charging support on here, the same as the ROG Phone 6 Pro before it, so a full charge from 0 to 100%, as long as you're not actually using the phone at the time, will take roughly 40 minutes. And while no one buys a gaming smartphone for the camera tech, you do have that 50 megapixel Sony IMX766 camera sensor tucked away on here, so it's a respectable everyday snapper. Nice fast shutter action and everything, and that is also backed by a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle shooter and a 5 megapixel macro sensor. And meanwhile, around front you've got a 12 megapixel selfie shooter, which is absolutely fine for your bog standard selfie snaps, but let's face it, if you're buying this smartphone, you're probably going to use it for gaming rather than Instagramming. But you can definitely use it for a bit of vlogging, a bit of streaming or something like that if you need to, because that front-facing camera does support up to 4K resolution video capture. So that right there, in a nutshell, kiddies, is the fresh new Asus ROG Phone 6D Ultimate, coming just a couple of months after the ROG Phone 6 and 6 Pro, boasting those Mediatek Dimensity smarts instead of the Qualcomm Snapdragon. And it's a minor improvement in terms of the performance, certainly on the benchmarking front, but in terms of the actual gaming performance, everything seems to be just as slick and smooth as before. But the real advantage of the ROG Phone 6D series over the barely older ROG Phone 6 lot is the fact that that battery life is so much better. It's kind of crazy. And it's once again a feature-packed blow that's absolutely brilliant for gaming, certainly one of the best out there right now, which is reflected in the fact that it will cost you an arm and a bollock. So anyway, that's what I think. What do you lovely lot at home reckon? It'd be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. And have yourselves a ruddy, wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone. Love you.